Ayubowan, you are welcome to Jatika Pasala through national television. I hope to discuss some questions with you as your exam is close by. I hope today's lesson will help you to overcome your difficulties in the exam. අද මා මේ පාඩම තුලින් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඔබට පුනරීක්ෂණ තුලින් විභාගයේදී යම්කිසි ගැටලු සහගත අවස්ථා ඇති වේ නම් ඒ මගහරවා ගැනීම සඳහා උපකාරී වීමයි. Let's move on to the lesson and get the handout that I have already given to you. Your first question, question number 1, fill in the blanks with a and the. This is a very easy question. You know why? This is basically on articles. The first two articles, a and n, are indefinite article. The third one, the, is a definite article. So let's try out our exercise by using these articles. Ravi entered University of Kelaniya in 1997. So what may be the answer for your blank? Oh, you are so smart. Ravi entered a university. An university. Why? Why can't you use an here? Because U is a vowel. So? Huh? Not a superlative. University. U, the pronunciation of the word is university. But an umbrella. Right? The vowels, the 5 vowels are A, E, I, O, U. An umbrella. We consider the sound, not the letter. Ravi entered the University of Kelaniya because there is one University of Kelaniya. The University of Jayawardhanapura, the University of Peradeniya, that is a unique place, of Kelaniya in 1997. His father is a farmer, indefinite article a. He has four brothers and a sister, one sister. As his father is poor, let's see, an uncle, the uncle promised to spend for him. An uncle, a, sound is a. Here earlier, the sound is u. University. An uncle promised to spend for him. It should be promised to spend for him. Ravi's mother had bought a ticket of the Mahajana Sampatha lottery. There is only one Mahajana Sampatha lottery. She was a lucky woman, or it was the luck of Ravi. Result? The result. Definite article. Yes? We'll see. Sachinta, can you give me the reason? The result of the lottery was announced. Ravi's mother had won. Yes, we'll see. Sachinta, will you try for this?
The first prize.
The lottery was announced. Ravi's mother had won the first prize. You know, as it is in superlative degree, you have to give the reason why you have used it. The first, the second, the fourth, the 100th, the last. It is in superlative degree in front of these words, we used the definite article the. The longest river Mahaveli, the highest mountain Pidurtalagala. Here we use the definite article. So I think this is a very easy exercise for you. The question number 1 is quite easy and it starts with usually articles, prepositions, which are very easy exercises. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගලන්ගේ ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය ද හම්බ වෙන්නේ මේ වගේ articles වගේ දේවල්, prepositions වගේ සරල ප්‍රශ්න. මේවා ඔයගලන් කුඩා කාලේ ඉඳන්ම පුරුදු පුහුණු කරලා ඔයගලන්ට නිතර හුරු නිසා පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය දෙවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය වගේ දේවල් ඊතරම් අමාරු නැහැ. අපි බලමු ඊළඟට මේක ඔයගලන්ගේ දැනුම බලන සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔයගලන් general English වල O level වලදී වගේ නෙමෙයි සාමාන්‍ය පෙළදී වගේ නෙමෙයි මෙතෙන්දී ඔයගලන්ගේ A level දැනුම බලන අවස්ථාවක්. And this is an occasion where your knowledge is tested basically from your general English textbook. And some type of phrases and the clauses, idioms, especially phrasal verbs are tested from the paper. So let's move on to the question number 2. Find the closest meaning, not the exact meaning. Closest meaning. ළඟින්ම යන තේරුම. The closest. Again, the use of preposition. The closest. Close, closer, closest. EST. Superlative degree. Closest. Meaning of the underlying word or phrase and circle it. The instructions are very important. You are not asked to underline. What you are asked is to encircle. මෙතෙන්දී ඉතාමත් වැදගත් වෙනවා. මම මීට පෙර පාඩම් වලදීත් උගලන්ට නිතර මතක් කරලා තියෙන දෙයක් මේ දෙන උපදෙස් පිළිපැදීම. බොහෝ දුරට මේ දරුවන්ට ලකුණු අඩු වෙන්නට හේතුව අපි දන්නවා මේගොල්ලන් මේ ප්‍රශ්නයට උත්තරේ දන්නවා. නමුත් මේගොල්ලන් ප්‍රශ්නය අවබෝධ කරගෙන නැති එක හරි ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ වගේ නෙමෙයි ඔයගලන්ගේ උසස් පෙළ ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ ඇගීමට ලක් කරද්දී ඕගොල්ලන් නිවරදිව ඒ උපදෙස් පිළිපදිනවද කියන එක ටිකක් වැඩිපුර බලනවා. අපි බලමු මෙම ප්‍රශ්නය කොහොමද අපි සාර්ථකව මුහුණ දෙන්නේ මේ ගැටලුව කොහොමද අපි විසඳන්නේ කියලා දැන් බලමු. Yes, will you read it?
You must pay attention to your teachers.
You must pay attention to your teachers. What are the 4 answers given?
To say no, to say yes, to listen by helping.
Yes, you as children, it is a must that you need to pay attention. You must pay attention that you are not going to pay for your teachers. Right? You are paying your attention. ඔබගේ අවධානය යොමු කරන්න වෙනවා. අවධානයෙන් අහගෙන ඉන්න වෙනවා. ඒ කියන අදහස තමයි you are not going to pay for the teacher, you are going to pay your attention for the teacher. So let's consider the answers and try to find the best answer for this question. To say no, to say yes, to listen, to pay your teachers. So what may be the correct answer for this? To listen. To pay your attention means to listen to your teachers. The second one, she sought to obtain the money by hook or by crook. How did she going to get the money? How did she is trying to get the money by hook or by crook? That means somehow, anyhow, she is ready to get money. I don't know. I don't accept that, the way that she is going to get money. Promise, somehow, by no way, by helping. By hook or by crook. That means anyhow, She's going to get the money by hook or by crook, means anyhow. That business is full of hanky-panky from beginning to end. Hanky-panky. Hanky-panky. There are a lot of people who are hanky-panky. Do you believe? Hanky-panky, what is the idea? Yes, not honest. So the answer is dishonest things. Maybe not a good business. Or maybe the salesman and the others are not honest. You can have any idea. The business is full of hanky-panky from beginning to end. ආරම්භයේ සිට අවසානයේ දක්වා. ඒක හැම දෙයකම එතන බිස්නස් එකේ තිබ්බේ අවංක නැතිකම. hanky-panky. Dishonest things, honest things, well said, well done. Answer is dishonest. Question number 4. He was turned out of the hotel with bag and baggage. Turn out. He was left. He was sent out. He was sent out from the hotel with bag and baggage. With his bag only, with all what he had. That means his belongings, with no money, with friends, with what he had. So, the answer is with all what he had, his belongings, his possessions. He was sent out from the hotel with his bag and baggage, what he belonged, what he possessed, what he had with him. He was sent out. එයා සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම එයාගේ බඩු බාහිරත් අරගෙනම එයා හෝටලෙන් ඉවත් කළා. He was sent out. Turned out. Right. The next one. You have to finish this work within 1 year. So take it easy. You have to finish this work within 1 year. You have to finish this work within 1 year. Yes. Will you try this? Dumindi?
My answer is not to be in hurry.
Let's see. Dumindi's answer is not to be in hurry. Let's see whether she's correct. To do without care? No, it doesn't mean take it easy means, it doesn't mean the idea to do it without care. To be in hurry? No, again it doesn't give the idea that the person has to be in hurry to do the work. To take only short period. Again it is not done because the time duration is given within 1 year. You are given the time period, the duration is 1 year. අපි බලමු මේ ප්‍රශ්නය දිහා නැවත වරක්. මෙහිදී කියනවා මේ වැඩය ඔබට වසරක් තියෙනවා. ඒ හින්දා ඒ ගැන තරම් කලබල වෙන්න එපා, කරදර වෙන්න එපා. කෙනෙක් අපි හිතමු මොනවද යම්කිසි වැඩක්. අපි පැවරුමක් හෝ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකක් අපි කරනකොට අපි ඩෙඩ්ලයින් එකක් යම්කිසි කාලයක් දෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි ඒ දිනේට කලින් දෙන්න ඕන. හැබැයි මෙතන මේ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක සඳහා අවුරුද්දක කාලයක් තියෙනවා. Worry වෙන්න එපා. Don't worry, you have enough time. Don't worry, you have enough time to get this done. So, with that idea, we'll go back to the question again. You have to finish this work within 1 year. So, take it easy. So, take it easy. The answer is not to be in hurry. What Dumindi said was correct. So, the correct answer is not to be in hurry. Let's move on to the next one. Yes. Will you read that aloud, please?
High words are never appreciated.
High words are never appreciated. What are high words and low words? Do you have any idea? He is a high-tempered person, hot-tempered person. Right? You might get this kind of idiomatic phrases in your syllabus. He is a high-tempered, hot-tempered person. He is a hen-pecked husband, very timid husband. Likewise, and that is a cock and bull story. That means you cannot believe it. Cock and bull stories. It's a white lie. It's a white lie. Nothing to be worried about, just a lie. Right? And don't be an afternoon farmer. Sometimes we tell people when they get late, don't be an afternoon farmer. You know that farmers are early birds. They go to the field early. Once you go late to the field means you are a loser. So that don't be an afternoon farmer means don't get late and don't lose the best thing. Imagine that you come late and you miss your first lesson. Sometimes it is a maths lesson which was very difficult for you. So you will miss the whole part. මේ වගේ idiomatic phrases ඔයගලන්ගේ syllabus එකෙන් නිතර හමු වෙනවා. මේවා ඔයගලන්ගේ දැනුම පරීක්ෂාවේදී යොදා ගන්න වචන වෙනවා. High words are never appreciated. Angry words, good words, happy words, sad words. High words. What will you say? Angry words. Hot-tempered. Angry words. The answer is simple A. The correct answer is simple A. The other three answers are very similar. Sometimes we may go wrong because you get 3 or 4 words which are very similar in their meaning. Sometimes you may look at the questions and there is a tendency of going wrong. Perhaps you have to read the question and try to guess. Angry words, good words, happy words, sad words. Again, I'll repeat, the answer is angry words. Question number 7 in your worksheet. You try to pay your attention towards question number 7. New education reforms have brought about changes in the education process. New education reforms. Now pratisanskarana. Education reforms have brought about changes in the education process. අධ්‍යාපන ක්‍රියාවලියේ වෙනස්කම් අධ්‍යාපන ප්‍රතිසංස්කරණ නිසා ඇති වී තිබෙනවා. මෙතෙන්දි brought about කියන මේක අපි කියනවා මේකට verb එකකුයි preposition එකක්. brought about. මේවට අපි කියන විශේෂ නමක් තියෙනවා දරුවනේ. ඔයගලන්ගේ general english පෙළ පොතේ නිතර හම් වෙන වචන. give up, take off, call off, make out. Don't you have any idea? Bring up. The parents should bring up the children correctly. So what are those words? What do you call them? මොනවද මේවට කියන්නේ? උගලන්ට මතක ඇති. ඔයාලගේ මෙතෙන්දි දැනුම පරීක්ෂා කරනවා. ප්‍රශ්න දෙකක් තුනක් නිතරම හම්බ වෙනවා පේපර් එකේ. Phrasal verbs. What do we call them? Phrasal verbs. Give up, bring up, take off, put on, make out. Right? We call them phrasal verbs, and you know, here you look here, brought about, verb plus preposition. Give up. Give is the verb. Up, prepositions. Once they get together, there is a meaning for that. We call them phrasal verbs. So what is the meaning of this phrasal verb? බලන්න ඔයගලන්ට තේරුම අපි ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා? Guess කරලා. Better try to guess. Make a good guess. That is a tip for your exam. Guessing is a good thing. If you are not familiar, if you are not sure, try to make a correct guess from the context. Context. You need to have an idea. New education reforms have brought about changes in the education process. We'll see. Instead of brought about, we'll put these four words and try to get the meaning. Right? Let's fix the first word and try to read the sentence. Yes, everybody?
Reforms have brought about changes in the education process.
Now, what I told you is, new education reforms have become changes in the education process. Then put the second word.
Education reforms have brought about changes in the education process.
Then third one.
Education reforms have caused education process.
Fourth.
New education reforms have brought change in the education process.
What word gives a good sense to your ear? Yes, 100% correct. It gives a very good sense to your ear. New education reforms have caused changes in the education process. Education process. The correct answer is caused. Right? So be a good guesser. Then although you are not familiar with the words, your guessings may be correct. Number 8. Will you read it aloud?
The same job for over many years and I am now sick of it.
That means I have been doing this work for years. That it gives the idea this person needs a change. People like changes. Right? He says that he is very unlikely to continue the job. I have been doing the same job for over many years and I am now sick of it. That means I hate it. I do not like the job anymore. I need a change. So let's look at the four answers. I like it. Oh no, it's the wrong answer. I want to do it. No, this person does not want to continue his job anymore. I don't like it. I really like it. I think out of the four answers, I don't like it is the correct answer. අපි මෙහිදී මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ නැවත බලමු. මේ පුද්ගලයා කියනවා මම මේ රැකියාව කරලා දැන් එපා වෙලා කියන අදහස. I am sick of this job. I am sick of this person. සමහර වෙලාවට අපි ආශ්‍රය කරන පුද්ගලයෝ අපි අකමැති අය ආශ්‍රය කරන වෙන වෙලාවට සමහර වෙලාවට අපිට හිතෙනවා I am sick of this person. But you should not think of or should not tell it to that person. Right? Yes. Number 9. You would embark in a business soon. Embark. You might not familiar with this word. This is a new word. So, as it is a new word to you, we'll try to make a guess. Learn, study, work, start. You have to embark. Something means start. You have to start a business soon. You have to start a business soon. Start a course, learn a course. But here the answer is start a business. If it is a course, you have to learn embark, if you are following a course, the idea is learning. But here the business, you have to get the idea from the context, right? From the context. Try to get the contextual idea. Context. Sometimes there are words which are not familiar. ඔගලන් ලොකු ඡේදයක් දෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම ජෙනරල් ඉංග්‍රීසි ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ සමරි එකක් ලියන්න තියෙනවා. මේ සමරි එකේදී වචන 300ක විතර පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් අපිට සමරයිස් කරන්න දෙනවා වචන 100ක් 75ක් 80ක් අතර ප්‍රමාණයට. මෙතෙන්දී මේ දිග ඡේදයේ අපි දන්නේ නැති වචන බොහෝ තියෙනවා. එතකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? අපි මේ වචන skip කරනවා. We skip some words. Sometimes we ignore these words. Sometimes we try to understand these words from their context. අපි ඒ ආශ්‍රිතව මේක මෙහෙම වෙන්න ඇති කියලා අපි guess කරනවා. That what we call this. We are trying to get the contextual meaning. So here the contextual meaning is, for a business, start a business. You should embark a business mean you should start a business soon. The last one from this section, an employer's harsh treatment. What treatment? Harsh. Is it kind? No, it gives a negative idea, negative connotation. Harsh treatment. Sometimes proves a blessing in disguise to an employee. Who is the employer? Who is the employee? Huh? Yes? Will you repeat it? What is an employer? What is an employee? Your boss? Employer. You become the employee. You become the employee. Your boss is the employer. What the idea of this sentence is, an employer's harsh treatment sometimes proves a blessing in disguise. වෙස්වලාගෙන ආපු ආශිර්වාදයක්. ඇයි මේ? To an employee. සමහරට තේරුම් ගන්න. සමහර වෙලාවට එයා දැන් මේ බොස් අපිට බැන්නා නම් අපිට තරහ ගන්න නෙවෙයි. ඇයි අපෙන් උන වැරද්ද මොකද්ද කියලා හිතන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක එයා ආශිර්වාදයක් කරගන්න ඕනේ. එයාගේ අඩුපාඩු හදා ගන්න. සමහර වෙලාවට අපි පරක්කු වෙලා එනවා. බොස් අපේ චුට්ටක් කෑ ගහනවා. ඒ harsh words. හැබැයි අපි හිතන්න ඕනේ අපේ පැත්තෙන් අපිට වැරදුනේ කොතනද කියලා. ඉතින් අපි අපේ අඩුපාඩු හදා ගන්න ඒක තමයි මෙතෙන්දී අදහස් කරන්නේ. Blessing in disguise. දැන් පොගේ කාලේ සුනාමි ඔයගලන්ට 2004 මතක නම් සුනාමි දෙසැම්බර් 23 මං හිතන්නේ අමතක නොවන දිනයක් අපේ ඉතිහාසයේ. මේ සුනාමි එක කියනකොට අපිට ලොකු මතක් වෙන්නේ අමිහිරි මතකයන් එන්නේ. හැබැයි මේක that is a blessing in disguise. වෙස්වලාගෙන ආපු ආශිර්වාදයක් වගේ. මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ගතිගුණ පුද්ගලයෝ තේරුම් ගන්න මේ වගේ දේවල් වලදී අපිට මේ වගේ idiomatic phrases යොදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Blessing in disguise. වෙස්වලාගෙන ආපු ආශිර්වාදයක් වගේ. So let's look at the 4 answers and try to get the correct answer for this. Will you read out the 4 answers?
Not a fortune, hidden fortune.
Not a blessing, a disguise. Disguise means veswalagana. Not a fortune, a hidden fortune. So what will be the answer? Hidden fortune. Hidden. Sangavunu. Sangavunu ආශිර්වාදය. Fortune වාසනාවක්. සැඟවුණු වාසනාවක්. සමහරවිට බොස් බැන්නා නම් එයා හොඳට වැඩ කරොත් එයාට ප්‍රොමෝෂන් එකක් ඊට පස්සේ හම්බෙන්න පුළුවන්. සැඟවුණු වාසනාවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකයි එතන ඒ වගේ අදහසක් අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන්.